Opportunity, promotion, blah, blah. You know, those are just words.
Words. All I have to offer is words. Just words.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
What's going on, my beautiful peoples? Today is a lovely Saturday. Is it? I have not stepped the fuck outside.
Every day's a lovely
I was gonna say
day.
because it's not raining, but I'm lying. It
It's not
just started raining.
It did start raining?
Yeah, like very lightly though.
The
Very
trees need to
light.
eat too.
The trees need.
Oh, never thought about it that way. Yeah.
It means we're gonna have a cool summer. That's my hope. Like
If these
I'll
fucking
take that.
trees are not healthy this summer, I'm gonna be so
muchacho,
tight.
No, que ya está bueno. It rained like all last week.
Yo, it's one of those. Like this week, I've been so disheveled, discombobulated. Because we did our live event on last Saturday.
Woo!
Yeah.
Do
Oh, yeah,
the
so-
cheers.
yeah,
Do the
yeah,
yeah.
cheers. Hell yeah.
And that shit was an experience in itself.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was a feat.
It was just so much going on.
Oh, yeah.
And we killed it.
And I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely did. You guys definitely did.
Once we actually were able to do just the podcasting
Yeah.
part,
Yeah, that was the good
everything was
It flowed.
okay.
Yeah, it flowed.
But today is a day where we're going back into peace and serenity. So I'm really excited about that because it's been quite a bit of madness. But all that to say, you know who we got on deck? The pinch hitter, the reliever,
The closer, the last minute. Yo,
the
come in.
last minute, my brother,
Irreplaceable.
irreplaceable, Ramz McFly.
Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. I'm ready. Yo, I'm ready. I got my cleats on. Yo, always standing by. I'm waiting.
Intro song.
Yo, man, thank you very much for coming through at last second.
Always.
I feel like the better we're getting, the more Dre is getting tied up. He's like, yo, I got shit to do now. I got like my own independent thing. I'm like, all right, cool, bro.
No
Still
shade,
Miss
no
Dre.
shade.
Miss Dre. Nah, Miss Dre.
Miss you, brother. Thank you very
Miss you,
much.
Dre.
But thank you for filling in last second,
Absolutely,
and I
absolutely.
appreciate it, man. And thank you last week for helping with the production and everything.
Like I said, yo, put me in the game. I'm ready. That's what we about. We here. We about it. We about it.
And that other lovely voice that you're hearing, the always on deck, lovely, phenomenal, lovely Lady H. And do I even have your theme song ready? There
Oh,
we go.
thank you. I'm discombobulated without my theme song. Very proud of the event that we had, of our moment, the podcast moment. That was great. And that was a lot of work. So thank you, Ron, for everything that you did to set that up, because it would not have happened literally without you. So. And thank you to everyone who came out, and thank you to Arturo, who was a phenomenal guest.
Yeah.
And I had a great time up there, and looking forward to the next one.
Definitely set a bar and a standard of media training.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what it feels like to not to know what to say immediately when someone is asking a motherfucking question.
Once the on air button goes
Yeah,
on,
I was
the
like-
light comes on air, it's just like, yeah.
So, but today we're off to a phenomenal start with our brand new guest, who I'm mad excited about interviewing and having a conversation with, because in the world where so many, one is out here trying to network and build and reach out to so many people, and people would be like, let me get back to you or whatever. My man said just a simple DM, yo, I want to be on the show.
Hell yeah.
So, sometimes it's got to be like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, when?
Yeah.
And so who we got on deck today? A man that is just beyond multifaceted, as much, as whatever you have out there. Meeting you now today in person and then exchanging a little bit and getting to know more about you, your whole life seems very animated. And you see,
That was good.
I was like, oh shit. Everything about you seems all the much more extra and vivid.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's only so much, more incentivizing and only seems so right to be an author, a comic book writer, a creator all around. My brother, Rade Ravello.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, so many people. You hear that cheering?
I forgot.
Sit down, please.
Actor, right?
Yeah.
Actor también.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit. Sometimes whenever, someone's filming something and they say, we need somebody. I say, how much you're paying? They say, pay. Oh, silly boy.
Yeah. That's
but
another
yeah.
one, right? Put me in, coach. Yo, man,
Exactly.
you ready?
Yeah. Whatever,
Show
man.
up.
You know, just 10%. You know, later on down. Take what
Works.
I
It
can get.
works.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, what we have in front of us is a comic book that you created out in 2022, or you dropped the first
Yes,
issue.
the first issue came out 2022. Yeah.
And the title of it is called Dominican Diablo.
Yes.
Diablo.
No, coño.
El diablo llegó. El diablo en candela.
Right, otra vez.
For me, it's just so meaningful that we're now introducing different mediums of our storytelling. And when we were talking before, we started filming, recording, we were just talking about all the comics that influenced us as children growing up and all that kind of stuff. But what made you take the leap to make your own comic?
Well, this is actually the second title that I've created. The first one is called the Assegai Program. I didn't have any copies. They sold out.
What was it called?
The Assegai Program.
The Assegai Program.
Yeah. I think maybe we could open it. Let's open the comic.
Oh, it might be in there.
So you can
Fresh
probably
unboxing.
take. I think there's an image in it. Actually, even in the front is an image. So this character, he's part of the Assegai Program.
Asagi is
The Assegai Program.
what does Asagi mean?
The Assegai is an African word for spear or weapon. So
Learn something new.
yeah. So here you go. Look, wow.
Míralo ahí.
So that's the advertisement I did for this issue number 1, issue number 2. So these are the first 2 comics that I did. And then I don't know, I'm a big fan of Luke Cage. I grew up loving Luke Cage. I'm a big fan of Daredevil. And I was like, okay, Daredevil takes care of Hell's Kitchen. Luke Cage takes care of Harlem. Hey man, who's gonna take care of Washington Heights, man?
Yo.
We ain't got nobody,
Es
man.
verdad.
You know, Superman don't come through.
Nah,
There was a
Not even
need.
for my doodles, nothing.
Nah,
He don't
ni
come through.
para los nutcrackers.
Nothing,
Yo,
nothing.
nah.
Peter Parker, nah, he don't come
Pa
through.
qué?
Nothing.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, so I said, who's gonna protect
Yeah.
Washington Heights,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
So I said, you
So
know
Dominican
what?
Diablo.
The Dominican Diablo. You know what I'm saying?
Diablo.
So I was like, well, I gotta. So I kind of stopped the Assegai Program, wrote the Dominican Diablo, and then I was like, I gotta put this out before. You know, Marvel and DC do have some Dominican characters.
Really?
Ooh,
Oh, they do.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
But they're based.
this is like hidden behind the story.
You never
Not
heard
that character.
you never heard of Peter Platano?
Yeah.
Never heard of Peter Platano?
Mike Maduro,
Yeah, Mike Maduro. Yo,
Mike
you
Maduro.
know? Yeah, looking at
Tony Tunes. So
Harry Hookah.
yeah,
Legendary.
You know. So I was like, damn man, we need one. You know what I'm saying? And DC, Renee Montoya, she's in the Gotham world. She's the second question, I believe.
Renee Mont. I didn't know that she was.
She's Dominican.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wait, what
same.
is, so second question? What do you mean?
So the first question is a character. The character is his name is the question created by Steve Ditko.
Okay.
He created Spider-Man with Stan Lee, about 90%. Steve, 10% Stan. I gotta keep it real.
Wow.
But in my opinion, that's
facts,
how I
yeah.
feel about it. So he created the question. Apparently, the question died. His name was character Vic Sage. Vic Sage's girlfriend was Renee Montoya. She picked up the mantle, so she's Dominican. There's a new Power Man. Who? There's a new Power Man in Marvel, and he's Dominican as well.
También.
So Luke Cage is the first Power Man, then he passed the mantle out to this kid. But there's like they're legacy characters. They're based off of. There's no original.
Right. OG.
You know, and I was like, nah, man, it's got to be an original. So,
Hell
yo,
yeah.
great backstory too. Yo, me lo preguntando.
Yo, wait. So Dominican Diablo's from Washington Heights,
Washington Heights, man.
born and bred, born and bred.
100%. Yeah.
And who would be his arch nemesis?
Well, in this comic, it will be Alacran,
Alacran.
Yeah.
That's a good villain
Scorpion.
name.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where are they from?
Well, they're both from Washington Heights.
Okay.
So the story is that Rick Espinoza is an MMA fighter coming up in the ranks. His brother, who idolizes him, but you know, is a little misguided, joins a gang or tries to join a gang, gets initiated, gets killed while being initiated. And the same night that Rick is having a fight in Florida, family calls him. You know, he comes up to New York. The brother passes away. So Rick wants to find out who's responsible. No one's saying anything. You know, the same old story in the street. Nobody knows anything. We don't want to snitch anybody. So he gets involved. Finally, he finds out who it is. They're trying their best. They're letting him know, listen, man, you're kind of a high-profile guy. You know, you got a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They trying to find out who you brother. You're messing up our stuff. We'll give you some money.
Little hush money.
Yeah,
Little,
yeah,
like
tranquilo,
listen.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's not enough, man.
Yeah.
My brother died, man, you know. And they're like, all right, so now we got
Get
kill your ass too. Then.
Oh, damn. Damn.
The stakes just got high.
Yeah. So what happens is that he gets really hurt. Now the story's getting bigger.
Okay.
So now you got a guy who brother died, had a pay-per-view, won a fight. It's messing up Alacran's business. It's like, dude, you know.
Yo, just go do what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like you're making it hot, you know. And so he's severely hurt, critical condition. And this goes to the Assegai Program.
Okay. Oh, they're all connected.
One of the doctors who worked in the Assegai Program saw his story and wants to help him. He says, "Listen, man, I got some shit that could bring you back, you know." And he's kind of hesitant. He's like, "I don't really know, you know. Maybe I should mind my business, and I kind of deserve what I get." He said, "No, man. You want revenge?
Yeah.
I'm going to help you get revenge."
Love it.
Brings him down to his laboratory, enhances him, and he's like, you know, super powered. You know,
Okay.
the dude, you know, he had injuries that would take 6 months to a year to heal from. In a week,
Yeah.
that man is back and ready. So he comes back and becomes the Dominican Diablo and comes to protect Washington Heights.
Yo.
That's awesome.
Yo,
That's like a solid storyline.
Bro, that storyline is like
Yeah.
milky now. Yo.
Yeah, copyright.
Where the script at? Like, yo, ya película.
The script is here, man. So if Hollywood, you know, Amazon, Netflix,
Whoever.
come, I got this right here, man.
Yo, está fuerte.
So what was your process in
awesome,
creating
man.
the story and writing the story? What's your process like?
Well, this stuff, I've been a fan of comic books since out the womb. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I was a kid, you know, you got the Super Friends on TV. You got repeats of the Batman show, Christopher Reeve, Superman. So all that stuff is already getting thrown in my face. I'm like, this shit is incredible, you know? So I kind of draw a little bit. I'm not as good as the artist, Very Wong. He's from Indonesia, who is a sensational artist.
Is that brother in Indonesia heard of Dominicans?
I don't think so, man.
I have a question following
He
that.
was like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on,
Yeah,
man.
what did you? I want after you share your answer this, I want to know what working with someone in Indonesia was like, and having to explain to them who Dominicans are, what Dominican culture in the Heights is, etc. But I want to hear the answer to the first question.
What was the first question again?
What's your process like?
Okay, the
writing
process.
this?
So when I did the Assegai Program, I didn't know how to write a comic. I bought some books on it. I was trying to get help. I didn't know anything about it, but I wanted to do it. So I got in touch with people who already wrote their own comics. Daniel Calvin has his own comic. I forgot the name of it. I'm so embarrassed, but you know, I'm 45. You know, and, could be the Alzheimer's kicking in.
Estamos
Dementia.
llegando.
But my man Daniel Calvin.
No.
I contacted someone else before, but I didn't like the way they wrote. It was very bad. I did a comic and I wasn't happy with it. I had to redo it. So I redid it again with a new team. Daniel Calvin was part of the new team with Very Wong. And I learned from Daniel Calvin. He wrote, what I did is, so there's a thing called the Marvel method, which Stan Lee used to use. So he would write the whole story in one page. He write everything that he wanted in the comic in one page. I did that. I gave it to Daniel, and Daniel expanded it. I said, listen, you know how to put it together and you know, panel, you know, left panel, right panel.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to write that shit.
No.
So I was like, listen, this is what I want. Turn it. Way here we go. That's my wrestling days coming back. And he put it together.
Okay.
So he helped me out. So I for the Assegai Program, I wrote story. Daniel Calvin wrote the script.
Got it. Okay.
So he would send it to me. I read it, and then that's how I learned. Oh, this is how this shit is done. So I said, man, I wanted to write my own. I said, that Dominican Diablo, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm not going to have nobody. And
Gotcha.
also, I had to pay Daniel.
I mean,
So I was like, all right, I get to save a couple of
of
dollars,
course,
you know
of
what I'm saying,
course.
if I do it. So this one I wrote by myself. This one and I would draw. I'm not a great drawer, but I can design them enough to an artist could see it and be like, okay, I got it. Now let me
take it from here.
yeah. So I would draw and say, hey, man, this is what I want. And he looks at it and he's like, okay. Send it back to me. I'm like, yeah, bro, let's do it.
You read your mind.
Yeah. So boom. So that was pretty much the process. It would take me. This is a 35-page comic. I think it took me about 3 or 4 weeks
Oh shit!
to write.
What the fuck?
Yeah, to write
That
the
is
whole.
way faster than I thought.
Yeah. Well, it was the pandemic, so I had the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Concentrate.
Now that I'm working, maybe it would take
Yeah.
me longer because
Gotcha.
I have my other job. But since we wasn't working, we was
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
that money. You know what I'm saying?
My
I was like, don't worry about it, man. Another 800 coming this week at the
You
check.
got it on checking.
Yeah, so it was all good.
Yeah.
Universal income.
Yeah, they sure they
Yeah.
get shit, man. God, it's a dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah.
So so I had the time. So I was doing about 6 pages a day, and it was done in 3 weeks.
And at that point, you were already doing the comic book style, right? With the panels. Were you doing it that way? Or?
Yes, I figured it out.
Yeah.
I had figured it out. So I sent it to Very, and he put it all together, and
Wow.
voila.
That's amazing.
Oh,
3
voila,
to 4
voila.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Usually, but that's the standard
Okay.
for if you're working for Marvel.
Oh, they expect it.
So you got it. And from what I heard, like I've talked to other writers, I'm like, what do you do, like a page a day? They're like a page a day. Dear boy, no. I gotta do
Oh
about
my
8
God.
a day. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
'cause, it's
that
crunch.
makes sense. They're being paid for that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's crunch. They put. But I think the way they work is you gotta have 3 in the can already to kind of. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then you're writing 4, 5, 6, and then
Wow.
you're always like
makes
about
sense.
3 months ahead.
Gotcha. Just in
So
case. Wow.
yeah, you should be that way.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah,
perfect
yeah.
sense.
Right.
So, but I don't have, since I'm independent, I don't have that pressure.
Gotcha.
Team
Some more.
a smaller team.
Much smaller
Yeah.
team, yes. Exactly.
How many episodes? How many issues are you in?
So what I did, so producing a comic is quite expensive.
Yeah, I want to know more.
We're
about
talking about maybe $25,000 to $3,000 an issue.
Wow.
If you're independent, and I don't got no ads.
Yeah.
I ain't got no sponsors. I ain't got nobody.
Wow.
But,
So 2,500 for how many for how many prints?
for it, this is 35, if I recall, 33, 35. So, about $3 grand. This cost me. So you're talking about the guy who put the lettering in.
Correct.
and
The
cover.
illustrator and everything.
Got
And
it.
then
Oh,
you
the
got to pay that.
whole
Yeah, I gotta pay
yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
So it comes out to that, the printing and all that, about $3 grand
Okay.
initial. I lost my train of thought.
All good.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Elvis.
So then, how? What's the next step after producing this? Self-producing something like this.
So you got it out. You wanna, you go to social media. You sign up for conventions, which is a whole nother thing. It's like politics.
I literally was about to say, I can imagine that must be like you got to know somebody, this
oh
guy, this
man,
guy.
what I
You
was
gotta pay
quite disillusioned.
You just show up like yo with a little
Yo,
blanket,
Daddy, man, what's up? What's up?
little
At the table,
table, little
yeah.
blanket on top.
And they were like,
yo,
"Oh, that's nice." Oh, it's so cute.
That's
Look,
cute.
he brought his
Yeah,
comics
yeah,
with him.
So what did you learn?
I was like, wonderful. So there's I might get a little controversial here, but there's I don't know if they're even doing it this year. I didn't see an ad for it, but there's a library in 135th, the Schonberg.
Oh yeah, it's a huge research library in Harlem.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have usually every April, but I didn't hear anything this year. They do a free comic book convention.
No way.
What?
Yes.
You
I
gotta
had
check
no
that out.
idea.
Yeah,
we're
for
gonna-
a few years now. And there was one year the whole cast of Black Panther showed up.
What?
Yeah.
They don't advertise this.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Just
They were
like down below.
You
They
gotta
were
be
like-
on the
inner
newsletter.
circle, yeah.
You gotta jump on it. They were like, the director was here, and Chadwick was here, and what's her name? Tina
Really?
Turner?
Yeah.
What was that right?
Oh,
Angela Bassett.
Turner?
Yeah.
Angela Bassett.
Understood, though. Understood.
Not Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Tina Turner.
Yeah. Tina Turner was here. Was Ike here too?
Yeah, I was saying, this is the original Black Panther. This was the other.
Power to the people.
Jesus.
So they were So it's been a big.
So you showed up there. So
I was like, yo, I got these comics. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, just send an email. And I sent an email, nothing. I go back to the place a week later. Say, listen, did anybody? Oh, she's not. The lady in charge of it is not here.
Yeah.
Of course.
A week after that, she's not here. Oh, she's upstairs, but she's busy. I didn't.
And
get
nothing. Wow.
Didn't get in. I was like, these.
Yo, no, I could imagine all that work. Yeah, they hyped you up.
Hyped me up hard about it.
But
Then I was like, then she said, well, we're kind of full now. I said, yo, but it's been 2 months.
Yeah. How full can you be?
It's like I was here first.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I came here with that. I brought everything. I was begging you, man.
You didn't send me an application.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, yo, I pay.
Yeah.
I pay.
Damn.
Get me on. And
Thank you for the money, and that was it.
And this goes for the there's a convention in Philadelphia. They did the same thing to me too. Where they were just like, oh well, we're working on this, and I was like, wow.
So at any point, did anyone reach out finally, or you were able to?
You gotta hit the real small ones first.
Okay,
the ones that really want money. They
Gotcha.
be like, yeah, but then you're there.
$500 for the thing or whatever.
It'd be
Just to pull up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
but then it's the real small ones don't bring.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you had to, you're twiddling your fingers at the table.
I saw something in the Bronx. I was watching and it was like, oh yeah, we had the Bronx comic book convention, like the fake Yo, it was like 12 people and like 5 kids. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're stacked. You got a whole bunch of comics. You got a table.
Yeah.
And you're like, cricket.
yeah,
cricket,
oh my God.
cricket, and you're like,
That hurts the soul.
Yeah,
oh,
does
big
hurt.
time.
It does
It
hurt.
does.
Yeah.
But the process, the grind,
It's
right?
the
And then
grind.
now,
It's part of it.
Yeah.
So you go on social media and you
Throw
hope
it
for
out
the
there.
best.
Yeah.
All right, so wait, before I even move, because that in itself is an entirely different rabbit hole of just going out to hustle.
Yeah.
Going back to my other question, how many issues have you written already?
So
of Dominican Diablo.
So here's the problem.
Oh, that's what we was asking. Let me tell you something, brother.
Bring it down, bro. So when I wrote the Assegai Program, again, pandemic, had a lot of time in my hands. I wrote, I'm writing. It got to the point where I didn't feel like it started to write itself.
Oh,
I
yeah,
kind
you're
of
flowing.
So you're flowing.
I'm flowing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
You're just
damn.
a
Coming up,
conduit.
yeah. I break it down. Shit's 9 issues.
Wow.
And I just told you it's $3,000.
Yeah, about to say.
So I was like, I ain't got this money. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
Man. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop Assegai.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write this because I really wanted a full Dominican superhero.
Yeah.
Out there in the
begin with.
universe. You
You
know
when
what
you
I'm
started
saying?
Assegai, you had this.
Yeah.
This was the end goal.
Exactly. And the character, this guy, he's half Dominican and half black. So I had put that in the Assegai Program, but I wanted 100%. You know what I'm saying? I wanted
Yo,
a black little
dig
brother
it
out
in,
there. You know what I'm
yo.
saying? Get okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know the dude that work at T-Mobile with the tight shirt.
Yo.
Is that his alter ego?
He used to, you know.
I gotta read this.
Prior to MMA, he was at T-Mobile. You know.
Dykeman on the weekends.
I wanted
to
that
be-
dude.
yeah,
You
I
know
get
what I'm saying?
Your
You
background.
get
I
un
love it.
monkey room los viernes.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I wanted that guy. You know.
I get you.
And I was like, I gotta get that up. But I was like, I'm not writing 9 issues.
Yeah,
Because I'll be in debt forever.
No, forget it.
You know?
Yeah.
So I said, I'm gonna put everything in 1 issue. So like the Assegai Program, they're 22 pages. This was 35 because I had to put more.
So with the Assegai Program, you still got that on the back burner. Like you still got that. Okay,
yes, so
perfect.
that's still issue number 3
Okay.
is being produced now.
Okay,
Oh, that's
sweet.
great.
Yeah, so I
And
got-
you're using the same Indonesian guy. That's
my dude.
Yeah. Go ahead,
It's
check it
it's
out.
like
Go back
it's
to-
Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like this.
It's
just
like
this.
that. It's like, I don't want nobody else but him. You know?
So how did you come across this Indonesian guy?
Facebook.
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 Like
yeah.
you just were
Same way
like
Jay was
searching
saying, you
for
know, like
comic
Jay.
book
But it
artists, or
took a while. It was like a year later. Because I think I really, we're in 2024. I started 2018. And I went through a couple of artists that were,
Like not up to par. This,
not up to
that,
par,
yeah.
or they kind of gave me the shaft. I had one guy that before this, he was like, "Yeah, I'll draw the comic for you, but I can't do one issue. I have to expand. He took, so he said, I'll do 3 issues.
I already hear it. It's like $7,000. I already hear it. I see it. I see the pitch coming. Like
It was good there, but I was so excited to want to do it. I was like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
let's go, you know. And I'm not gonna say his name because if I say his name, you know, I'm gonna go into a tangent. But he was like, "Oh, but I got some ideas," and I was like, "All right, let me hear your ideas." They were pretty good ideas. What he wanted, he's like, "Oh, I think you should do this, you do that." I said, I was a little hesitant, but the ideas were pretty good. That's all right. I didn't want to do 3 issues because I was like 3 issues better than 9. And I said, "All right, man, you got the job," you know. And a month passed by. I'm like, "What's up, man? How's everything?" How's everything? Like, I'm good, man. How many pages you got? I got 2.
Oh, no.
What? For a month?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
My man was on.
Yeah, that's what I
on
wanted.
retainer.
How
He was
much
like,
of his fee did you pay him already?
I gave him something up front. I can't recall what
No
it
worries.
was.
Yeah.
Okay. But
And
still,
and I'm like,
that money was for you to produce.
I was like, fam.
that man said, "They got no jacket."
They're like, party! Yeah, I got that motherfucker. You know? So
Excuse me. Oh my god.
So I was like, all right, dude. I was like, I think I wanted it done by September. It was like August.
Okay.
I said, oh, well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick. Something's coming up. I said, all right, bro. You got me for November? Can you finish it?
Yeah. Like,
Issue
come on, give me
number
something. Give me
1.
something.
Give me issue number
Yeah.
1. November comes. I said, bro, it was good. Oh, man, you know, I got real sick. I had a fever.
God, yeah.
Damn, I'm a kid.
Yo, I could.
Oh, that's
That's how many
infuriating.
pages you got. I got 7.
Come on, man.
I said, you know, you got to give me back my money.
Yeah.
And did he?
Yeah, you give me. You know what? I felt bad. I said, give me
Partially
half,
or something. Yeah.
because he was going through something, and I do believe him, and I was like, all right, you did 7,
Gotcha.
you got to give me half back.
That sucks though, setbacks. But I can imagine once you found the
Yeah,
Indonesian.
No,
dude,
because he was still doing he was doing number 2 of the Assegai Program.
Okay.
The Indonesian guy?
Yeah.
Oh, so you already I see what
Yeah.
you mean. So you just
So
ventured
he was,
off.
What's
and
so
his
I
then-
was like, his name?
Yeah.
No,
Very Wong.
Very
Very
wrong.
Wong.
Very-
So
yeah,
we're
he's
not
very
calling
wrong.
the new
No,
Indonesian
yeah,
I was
guy.
very about to say. I'm like, what's his
Very
name?
Wong.
I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not
Wong,
gonna touch
yeah.
it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not touching it. Very
He's a
Wong.
cool brother,
Okay.
man. He's good.
Shout out to Very
Yeah,
Wong.
he's the man.
Sure.
He's the man. Phenomenal artist. Like, you know, in Facebook, as you start getting one guy who's in comics, you know, it's like you start getting these recommendations. Oh, this guy does comics, and this guy. And I started getting to the point where the professionals started coming in, and then I got Mike Barron. He used to write The Punisher for Marvel.
Oh damn! Look at that. Your
Yeah,
favorite one.
and then Mike Barron is. I love Mike. I grew up reading. I loved. Look, so
Yeah. No.
I love the.
I see you're a fan.
Yes, a little bit. You know.
So he reached out.
Well, he, you know,
you
I had
kinda-
showed him some stuff, and he's like, "Yo, who's this artist?" And I was like, "Shit,
Oh.
'cause Mike Barry not that much."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
bro. Yeah.
His name is
Yeah,
very Wong.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
really.
yeah.
So now they friends, but you know,
that's
but I was
great.
like,
Nice.
but it's good for Very because sometimes,
1000%.
sometimes I ain't got money to do shit. He's
Gotcha.
like, "Yo, man, you got something?" I said, "No, you better call Mike Barry." Well, he got you. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
So that's what happens. That happens in the business too. When you find a guy, you want a guy that you could rely on.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to keep him for yourself.
Oh yeah, you hold it tight.
And because then people be like, "Hey man," you get posts on Facebook. Anybody know an artist?
Yo, because I could imagine. Then you hit Very up like, "Yo, I'm ready for it," and he's like, "Nah, I'm working on something right now. You
Yeah.
gotta wait till
And
August."
then,
Close.
what if the
Yeah.
other dude got money? You know what I'm saying? I pay Very. I don't want to say how much I pay him.
No.
But I give him a certain amount.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Yo man, stop doing that shit, man. I give you 3 times that." And Very cool. "Yo man, F you man. I'm gonna go do this guy." You're like, "Oh."
yeah. Fuerte.
So that's what happens.
Yeah, this comic book game sounds mad
Yo,
cutthroat.
I believe it is.
No.
I believe
Like
it
any
is.
business.
It's an industry that is threatened
yes.
by its very existence.
Yeah.
But so, working with Barry, is he actually in Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. So, okay,
The
so he's
jungle.
out there. So he was probably like the first
Not gonna touch it.
Dominican. Are you
Not gonna
Dominican?
touch it.
Yes, I
Yes.
am.
Okay. Just to make sure, you were probably the first Dominican that he's been
Probably
in contact
exposed
with,
to. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what was that of translating your culture so that he can understand and interpret that?
It was a little tough.
Yeah, share more. Share more.
Yeah.
Like if you read the comic, you're gonna see some stuff. You be like, "This ain't Washington Heights." And I had to tell him because there was a
Guida don't look like that.
exactly. I was like, "Yo, Very man."
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
no,
it's kinda
dog. He was like, so there's a scene where it said, you know, goes to Alacron's house, and he put palm trees.
Yeah, so
I was like, he's like, oh brother, and he, you know, I never spoke to him. You know, it's
did you
all
have
a
texting.
FaceTime or some
You just gave
No
him an
FaceTime,
accent?
Messenger, but
Yeah, get out.
he's like, oh brother, I am very sorry.
but he sounds like that. But
That's how it's coming off to me. You know?
Yo, it could be.
I don't even know where the fuck is Indonesia.
Yeah,
Like,
deep,
Vaya,
bro.
It's
vaya.
by Southeast
You can
Southeast
check
Asia.
check one of your
Southeast
shirts.
Asia.
First, you gotta get a JFK.
Yeah.
how you give him a fucking African accent?
We don't know.
Shout out to all the real Africans out there. No offense.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect. Yeah, no, Indonesia, I love.
But
Yeah.
so when you read his his whatever he writes to you,
That's how I hear
That's
it.
the inner voice.
Yeah.
you gotta share this episode with Barry.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Right.
He probably might not want to work with me no more.
This.
Brother, fuck you.
That's probably his palm tree thing.
Yeah,
He's like, yo,
yeah.
for palm trees, you think I speak like that?
Yeah.
But never speaking to him. It's funny. Like, very well could be like a 11-year-old kid out there. Like, that's like, yo, you know,
Well, no, he's married.
Okay,
I know he's got a wife. Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, damn, this dude is nice. Like,
Skills.
yo, for real.
No, he's living probably
yo, Barry,
doing
what
pretty
you-
well out there.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know how the
Oh,
economy
man.
works over there, but I know what I pay him.
Hey,
He likes
no, to get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like,
It goes far.
yeah, because he'd be like, yo, man, you got anything else? I'm like, no.
No, not right now. Not right now.
Gotta pay the credit card, you know what I'm saying?
First, yeah.
So,
Cash advance.
but there was a couple of things where I was like, and then sometimes there was things I was just like, you know, if I tell him to fix it, it'll take another week.
Okay, so you kind of just kind
So
of.
there's a few things where I'm just like,
settle. Okay,
all right,
Got
this
it,
I
got
can,
it.
this I can
I
let
can live
go.
with. Okay.
Okay.
This is fine, you know.
Okay.
But but the palm trees in New Jersey, I was like, it's like, nah,
It's the
dog.
Metaverse.
I was like,
Metaverse jersey.
I was like,
You gotta fly Barry out.
Yeah. But no, but that's dope. But that's something that I've seen. Like, there's another artist that we know that he works with. What's the guy from Switzerland or whatever? But I'm seeing like several comic book artists work with people abroad. Like,
Yes.
que tú no, you're never gonna see.
No.
Who are American artists working with at this point? Then because
Marvel?
Here's the deal with the American artists.
Okay,
Yeah.
yo,
we're
boom.
getting
It's
this.
the nitty gritty. This is what I wanted. This is what I
Here's what you want to hear, right?
Yeah.
They want mad money.
Okay, I figured
Hell
so.
yeah.
And
expensive
I had,
Made in
I had,
America.
I had, like I said, you find Facebook, Instagram, you're finding these
Mm-hmm.
artists. I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to come up with this. They're like, yeah, well, first of all, yeah, sure, I'll do it. $200 a page, and I was like, bro,
Yeah. Wow.
well, are you serious, my man? So that's like, if I do $200 a page, that's like $10,000 a comic,
Yeah,
bro.
That's oof.
I said, my name is not
Killing my
Stan
bitch.
Lee, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was
is
like,
that like the going rate? That's
that's
I
what
mean, it
they
makes
want.
sense. It makes sense.
That's what they want. And I'm like, dude, you could go to Marvel and you could get that.
Yeah.
But I'm
nah,
independent,
Come on,
bro.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Out
like,
of
I
pocket.
can't. I give you $40 a page.
Yeah.
But if you know, maybe
I mean,
$65
It
a
makes
page.
sense
Yeah.
because how long? What's the hourly breakdown of doing one
Yeah, but
page?
this looks good.
It's like what? So
what
half.
I was told,
Yeah.
you know, so Marvel, right? A Marvel comic is about 28, 30 pages, and they get paid per page. In Marvel, which has ads,
There you go.
can do $100,
Right,
and
right,
it takes they do Jim Lee from whatever. Jim Lee's like the man, you know. He's up there. Jim Lee, Tom McFly, and Rob Liefeld. Those are like the three big guys. They were getting $100, maybe $200 a page, but they were the big stars
At
of
the top.
Marvel.
Ah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know you, dog.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
got
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
those credentials. You good? Yeah, you got talent. Yeah, you know, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But who
You haven't made a name for yourself yet.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, this is independent. I gotta get on here.
You're coming
there.
out from work to come out and then write and do this. and-
So
But it takes time for them to do it too. So
Yeah.
if you break it down, $200 a page, probably if they work 4 hours on a page, then that's what's math?
25.
25 an hour. So it's actually
don't be on their side. Naturally on their side. You know.
because I'm
It's nice talking to you. I'm sorry,
I
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, don't let Barry listen to this. Don't let Barry.
Well, Depends how established they are.
Delete that part.
No, but I understand.
edit.
Yeah. No, but I understand the
It's a
breakdown.
skill,
Yeah, I
it's a
get it.
skill.
I get it.
No, I get it.
But
But
it
if I
hurts.
had
Hurts
the,
your
Yeah,
pocket,
of
yeah.
course, yeah.
if I had,
Work with me. You're
Yeah.
saying just work
If
with
it's
me.
a
Work with
starting
me.
artist,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, they need to work with you with
Yeah.
starting wages.
And there's no way for maybe like a fractional ownership collaboration.
so what I do, they get to keep the original artwork. So like if this pops off,
Got
or
it.
you know,
They own that.
some Van Gogh shit where I die.
Yeah.
Now everybody want to buy Dominican Diablo.
I
They
hope
got
that
the
does not
original.
happen.
No, I hope not
No,
either.
no.
You know what I'm saying? We'll go outside and then you get one of those.
Yeah, it's gonna pop off. Yeah, it's gonna pop off.
You'll pop off
And I'll be
your
alive.
lifetime.
Yeah. You know, Very is amazing. You look at the comic, dude. If I could give the dude $1,000 a page, I would. If
I hear.
I would,
Claro,
because
sí.
he is worth it. His art is up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm surprised nobody snatched him up yet. Like Marvel or DC. He could get work there
Sure, yeah.
tomorrow. That's how good his work is. You
Oh,
know.
he's great.
You
Great
know. So,
illustration.
but I ain't got that money.
No, not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not right
yet.
now.
Not
Not right
yet.
now. Not
But
right
You
now.
do. Barry's
Yeah.
gonna be like, well, on this episode,
Yeah.
you said you would
said-
pay me $1,000 a page.
Nah, man, that's Barry, man. You know what he did to me?
He's gonna be like, let's start there. Let's start there.
You gotta take me to court. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he's a phenomenal artist, and if I had more money, I would give it to you.
No?
So on your Facebook page, I saw that you have, I don't know if they're a part of this world, but you had Alfa and Cardi B also as characters.
So you know, I'm trying to broaden out. So I was like, I was actually I was in Co-op City promoting the comic at a gym export. They were having a comic book day. I went to work out. And I said, hey, man, I do comics. A general manager said, hey, man, bring your stuff here. You can sell it. I said, hey, man, do I got to pay for it? He said, nah, man, just come.
Don't
And,
bring
and I did pretty good.
Yeah.
People were buying comics. I said,
That's
man,
awesome.
yeah, it was
great.
great. So one of, shout out to Export. I love y'all. That's so
to the
beautiful.
audience.
Thank you. I love each and every one of you. But Export looked out, and some guy gave me an idea. He said, oh, you know what you should do? You should try to find a way to get Cardi B to promote it. Blah, blah, blah. I had an idea. I said, oh, maybe I'll call Very. I said, hey, man, can you draw Cardi B
Yeah.
and Alpha together, and it'll be like superheroes.
Wow.
Did he know who they were?
Right now, I mean,
He was like,
probably not.
Cardi B, brother, who's this Cardi B you speak of? El Alfa? And I was like, they make music, man. And then, like, you know, a couple of days, after he did the pinup and I posted, he said, did Cardi B call you? I said, no, not at all.
Did she like it? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Did
so
she like
nice and
it?
very
Yeah,
nice.
have you heard from Cardi B or El Alfa? No,
Yeah.
not at all.
No. I'll let you know.
Yeah. But as soon as I hear from them, man,
You'll be the first one.
Yeah. So I did, and she had dropped the song with the Stallion. What's her name?
Oh,
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, you're gonna do.
And it
Megan.
was the bongos, right? So that day I put the pin up the same day as she dropped the video, and I was tagging her.
Oh,
and
and
I was telling all my
it
people.
popped off? Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, so some people saw it. People, oh, that's dope, but it didn't.
It didn't hit. It didn't go around the curve. It was just
So,
it was making okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I was just like,
Great strategy though. That's
I
awesome.
thought that
Yeah.
was it might work, and it kind of did to some degree. There's
Mm-hmm.
more people who found out about the character, but I didn't get her.
I mean, where do you have to pay for like likeness fees or some shit like
Well,
that?
I
Like,
said it was a tribute.
Oh, okay, a tribute.
You know, I didn't say I put him on the comic. I said this is a poster.
Got
And
it.
as Cardi B is a superhero,
Ah.
and I put on Instagram. I'm like, I didn't make any money off of it
Yeah.
because if you start making money off of it, then
That's
that's
when
when.
they-
Oh yeah, I'll
Yes.
definitely
Is it-
we'll hear about
You'll
Cardi B.
hear
Cardi-
from Cardi
no,
B.
Cardi B-
Lawyers.
Not yet, exactly. So Cardi B didn't hit you up, but the lawyers hit you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
The lawyers. That's who.
They'll find you quick.
Oh, real quick. So I was like, I put that out there. I was like, oh, this is a tribute.
Yeah.
You know, kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know, Cardi. You know, if you
They'll
see
call Cardi
this,
B back. Like apparently you own something called Dominican Diablo now, and the Assegai Program. That we were able to recoup this. Hope that's enough.
yeah, the poorhouse quick. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, escalated.
So it was an idea that I did, and I put it out there, and people still like it's still it's still getting traction.
Sweet.
Because
Yeah.
with the hashtag,
1000%, yeah.
you're like, oh,
You go
shit,
back,
what's
yeah,
this?
yeah.
You know, so eventually maybe one day I'll run into her and
Dude, no, that's the idea,
and
right?
I know
That's awesome.
she's a comic book fan.
Oh,
And she likes
fun
comics and
fact.
she likes wrestling because she dressed up for Halloween as the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't do the movie version. She did the comic book version.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, she's
she-
kind
yeah,
of
she
aware.
got it. She's
yeah,
got it.
yeah. So I
Okay,
was like,
that'd be
oh,
dope.
this will be kind of cool,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Hopefully she'll let
Yeah,
us.
dope.
So that's where I did that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's
Sweet.
really cool.
Now that you figured out somewhat of a formula of marketing, advertising, you're getting into the and promoting the comic book itself, but also trying to get into the whole circle of conventions and all these things, and so you're navigating certain challenges,
Yeah.
and you're making your way through. You're making your way through them by any means and all that kind of stuff. Where do you see yourself? Like, how do you see yourself this being a success for you? Because in my eyes, it's already a success. You by the second that somebody it takes a thought and fruition makes it and manifests it into a tangible product, I consider that a fucking win. So congratulations
Yeah,
for
dude,
you.
that's for you.
Congratulations.
Especially listen to the
I mean,
process.
because yo,
it's
like
just
seeing
Yeah.
this
Bro.
shit is not easy, man, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. And it's a medium that I thought in my brain, I was like, oh, it'd be more accessible.
Yeah.
And listening to you break it down, it has its own challenges, as in everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
But are you looking to see if this gets picked up by an indie public?
100. I gotta get my money back. I need
And
my
I'm trying to
money
stay
back.
independent for life. I'm trying to.
So yeah, no, I would love to. Okay, so you look at the Ninja Turtles. You look at The Mask, The Crow, Sin City. Right, these were all independent comics that hit the mainstream. Not Marvel, not DC. These were all different type of stuff. And I want to
Yeah,
join.
yeah,
I want
1000%.
to. I want to be there
hear
too.
you, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I
and
didn't know that
it's
about
Spawn as well with Tom McFarlane. Yes, that's what I want to do. Video games, cartoon, movies.
Everything. The
Yeah,
likeness.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get out the hood. I like Washington Heights, but I like Miami better. You know what I'm saying?
The real palm trees.
Yeah,
The real
the real palm tree. You know?
Now you can draw them in.
Yeah, put them in there. Put them in there, very all over. Let them know.
Do we know of any like Latino or Black or Latino owned comic book publishing companies?
Companies, no. I think the most famous at the moment is the guy who did La Borinqueña.
Oh yeah, the Rosario
right.
Dawson.
Yes, yeah. So he's kind of like
No.
the spearhead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he would be. There's a few other guys that are coming up, but he.
Oh, is there a world or a universe where La Borinqueña collaborates with Dominican Diablo?
Listen,
That's it.
if that happens, it's gonna be some baby making. You know how the Boricuas love Dominicans. You know?
It's a very close relationship.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I did. forget.
I'm down. I would do something with him. I would definitely do something like that because he got backed up by DC. I don't know what was the hurricane. What was it before Sandy? Irene.
in the city?
Well, they
yeah.
came here, but it wasn't as strong. It was the one before Sandy. It was I think it was like
Might be-
Irene or Iris. I can't
I'll take
remember.
it.
So
That
he
name
made
works.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. He did something. He made the comic, and he was like, all donations will go to help because they hit Puerto Rico hard.
Maria.
That
Maria.
one. Maria, that was Maria.
Right?
I think that was Maria.
Okay, so they hit Puerto Rico hard, and he it got traction, got a lot of good media because I'm the
Proceeds,
this,
okay, yeah.
DC jumped on it.
Oh, perfect.
Of course, yeah.
So
Poppin'.
so he has a comic where it's about Borinqueña and Wonder Woman, and that was it.
Oh,
He hit
My man.
paper. My man was like,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
You know, you can't get bigger than Wonder Woman,
Bro.
Right.
And it was side by side, and DC helped him out with that, and I think that's what put him, on the map. So he's at the New York Comic Con every year. I was talking to him past October, and he was sharing a table with John Leguizamo,
Oh shit.
Oh, that's cool.
who he as well has a comic himself
Really?
for Image Comics.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Oh, really?
I had
John
no
Leguizamo
idea.
has a comic
Yeah,
book?
Tigre tanto.
Phenom X, I believe it's called. X
Phenom
Phenom,
X?
Phenom X. Yeah, it's for Image Comics.
I'm absolutely so.
Yeah.
And he was there. Yeah, so he has Wesley Snipes too. Wesley Snipes has a comic.
Oh,
And Keanu Reeves. And the one that Keanu Reeves did, I think Netflix is gonna do the
of
movie.
course.
No way.
I mean,
Of
it's
course,
Keanu
yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
good. And they do anything.
I wonder what that's based on.
I mean,
Based
Blade
around.
will forever be Wesley Snipes
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I like.
Do you know this? You know the story about Blade?
No.
So so Marvel bankrolled. They produced the first Blade movies, and then the profit of those 3 movies is what created Marvel Studios. That's how they were able
Oh,
to
really?
Lucy heard that. Yeah. So
That's
okay.
how they were able to make Iron Man and,
They got the
Captain
movies, yeah,
America.
So Wesley Snipes Blade.
Wesley Snipes made
Funded.
Marvel Studios.
That was
Yeah.
a start. That was, wow.
That's how that started.
And in return, he got locked up for.
He got
tax
locked
yeah, 100%.
Sorry, Blade.
Thank you for your service. Yeah.
They use that black man up and spit him out.
episode. If I've never heard a
Used
conspiracy
and
theory,
abused.
Yo.
I've never
Coño.
heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was not privy to that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Blade that kicked it all off for them.
Wow.
So he has
Good thing.
he produced a comic as well.
I didn't know you had
Yeah.
your own joint.
So yeah.
And so, do you know any? Are they not? They're not collaborating on using maybe their own independent publisher or something like that, or just?
not they're all independent. They funded their own stuff.
Oh, so they're just doing. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, John Leguizamo teamed up with Image Comics. Image Comics produces Spawn, The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and
Got
a
it,
few other things.
So with that, with
Check
his
that
own
one out,
comic,
too.
is that like, is he the character? Is did he?
the character
write?
looks like him.
Okay.
So
sure it
I
is
think
him.
he kind of based it on himself. Yeah.
Huh? I might have to look this up. I was not aware of that.
He's originally an actor, so actors love themselves.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of made him. He don't look like me here.
Yeah.
But in some pages, some people were like, "Yo, I was showing you." They be like, "That's supposed to be you."
Like, nah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So yeah. So definitely.
And we were loosely talking about how you were a wrestler or you were into wrestling.
Yeah.
And so when I looked at the comic book, my initial thought was like, oh, he's in wrestling and then all that kind of stuff. No, but you mentioned he's in UFC.
Yeah.
But-
I switched it up a little bit. Yeah.
You were like, it can't be completely about
No,
me.
I didn't. Yeah.
Some distance.
Yeah.
Because it's funky. Like, there's been like a couple of wrestlers that made comic books. And based on, like, the Ultimate Warrior had a comic book.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it was Ultimate Warrior.
Oh,
Undertaker
okay.
as well.
Yes, Undertaker, Kevin Nash. And
I don't remember.
And
what
it
Kevin
was
Nash
probably-
one.
yeah, it was called
them.
Nash.
Oh.
And it was just his face with long hair. And I was just like,
I might
Nah,
have
that ain't
that.
okay. I get you.
You're
I
disappointed?
get you.
very disappointing.
So you
guy.
didn't want any
So I,
of that
yeah, so I don't want to.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't want. So I changed a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Like I was like, so when I used to wrestle, I was the Dominican Diablo.
Was that your state?
that was my wrestling name.
Yeah.
That was
I-
the wrestling
I
mom?
So-
looked it up. I saw the thing. I was like,
I'll break it down to you. So I go way back, and
was it 2007? Right?
we go
Oh,
way back.
espérate. Wait, let me lean back.
Let's take it back to 1985.
Woo!
1985.
So that's pretty much the first occupation I wanted to do was to be a pro wrestler. Me and my cousins were diehard wrestling fans. Then it kind of sucked, and then it got big again around '97. And we were like, "Oh man, we should go train, man. We should become." And I said we should be the Dominican version of the British Bulldogs.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
So I came up. I said we should be the Dominican Diablos.
Oh, tag team.
The tag team.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, that shit sound dope. Let's do it." He got his ex-wife pregnant, moved to Florida.
Oh, there goes that.
So much for that.
That's as real as it gets.
Yeah,
That's the real story.
So I said, "Well, I'm still around. I will be the Dominican.
I will
Diablo.
take the mantle.
Okay.
I will
Yeah,
take it upon
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
And so that's what I did. So then
He said his
I
ex-wife.
yeah, he's not no longer.
Oh.
Yeah, because he has a new one.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Fucked up investment.
So yeah.
Might
So-
have been
the
her
whole
choice.
dream.
Yeah. How can you throw us, man?
How might
We
have
were
been.
the chosen ones.
We could have been in Miami now. Real palm trees.
Had he been more like, if he would have still been with her, I'm like, oh man, good for him. But
Yeah.
nah.
Nah, got two beautiful,
not your reality.
children.
No,
You know.
that's something
And,
to come out
that's
of
the
it.
win.
Yeah, that's a big.
Who are probably my age now. Just kidding.
No, they're not. No, 21.
I mean, we don't have to know.
21. Yeah. But let's not go there. So I did that, and I got trained by, if you guys know pro wrestling, Jay Lethal. Do you guys know who Jay Lethal
Nah,
is?
I'm-
Nothing.
No,
Crickets.
I don't
Okay.
watch wrestling.
Well, anyway,
He's the wrestling head.
I love it.
From
Yeah,
that.
Jay
Yeah.
Lee.
well,
Yeah,
he's
but
in AEW now, but he was from Ring of Honor. He used to work for Ring of Honor. Now he works for AEW. I was trained by him. He trained CM Punk's wife.
Okay.
April, yes, who also writes comics now.
Oh,
and
shit.
CM Punk wrote a comic too. He didn't create a comic, but CM Punk wrote a comic from Marvel. I think Drax, the character from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Huh.
He did one issue, and then his wife, April, did a Wonder Woman comic.
That's amazing. These guys are in everything. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
everyone. It's like entertainment. Like everything.
They
you know.
do it all. They do it all. So So I trained with
Jay
he trained
Lethal?
me, Jay Lethal, and I trained with her, and she made it to the WWE. And of course, that's how she met CM Punk
Yeah.
and
Oh,
everything.
damn. That's dope.
Yeah. So,
Oh, same spot. Right? So,
So,
if I'm not mistaken, this was the spot in Union, New Jersey. Is that the
Jersey, yes, right over the what is it?
bridge?
Union City.
I'm like right over the. I'm like the bridge. I'm like you're like I know that. Yeah.
The thing with the concrete and
The stable.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
it's over the Lincoln Tunnel.
Okay.
And so
okay.
Union City. It
Union
was a
City.
company called American Championship Entertainment, ACE, and that's where I learned how to wrestle.
How many years of that do you have to do?
Actually,
Or
it was
time
difficult. Wrestling was difficult because I was going
Just
a
a
few.
commute over there. That shit sounds tough.
it
was
step
tough.
one. Yeah.
Well,
Yo,
you
bro.
go to Times Square, you get the $2 bus, and that's how you would go over.
Yeah.
And then you would walk. So yeah. So I was prior to that school. I was at a school in Brooklyn. A guy named Johnny Rods. So he used to wrestle for the WWF. He has a wrestling school in Gleason's gym. Gleason's is a famous boxing gym.
Yeah, like that way it sounds familiar.
Massive. Everybody, every major boxing, Muhammad Ali, everybody has trained there. So he had a school there, but that school kind of sucked. It really did, and it was difficult. Yeah. So I went over to Ace, got a ex-girlfriend of mine, lent me $1,000, paid the school, and 3 months.
Sign up. Wow, that's it.
Took about 3
But the
months.
3 months were like once a week, twice a week, three times a week, 2 times a week.
2 times
For
a
how-
week
for
for
how
3
long?
months, maybe a little more, but from what I could remember, this was about 2007.
Okay, yeah.
And
A couple of hours,
yeah.
2 times a week.
So being
3
trained by
months.
him,
Yeah.
he, at the time he's huge in the independent world. He was like one of the top 10 in the independent world, and he got on TV. He was on TNA Impact. Now he's in AEW.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's dope. So he's still
Yeah,
out there doing it. So
yeah,
so he had
yeah,
that
only
school.
job he ever had was pro wrestling.
Wow,
He
so that was-
never worked a day in his life.
That's all.
Yeah, incredible.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for
Good
him.
for him.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, the struggle, right?
Yeah.
But
Did you ever do any promotional shows with him?
yeah, no, we did. So the school would do shows. Yeah, and from there, then I joined a company called ECPW, and I was there, and that's where I met. So WrestleMania was this past week.
Oh, she was fire.
Yes, and so they
As soon as Bret Hart retired, I stopped watching.
Nah,
Oh, really?
there was so many.
For me, it was
Yeah.
Bret Hart and Sting and
oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the Heart Foundation. You got
yeah.
Bulldog.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, that I know. But after like NWO and all that shit,
Yeah,
I
but
was
you
like,
know Sting is still wrestling, right?
and I recently found
He
that
just
out.
retired.
Yeah, he just
I saw
retired.
the announcement, and I was like,
But
yeah.
I seen that he did one WrestleMania and he fought against Triple H and they made him lose. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is fake. I was like, it's
So
not real.
fake. They paid him to lose.
Yeah, I was like,
And
that's
he's
not
like,
real.
exactly. Yeah, that's what they did.
Like, had it been real, Sting would have won.
Yeah.
But that's just me going down my rabbit hole. But
Right.
please continue.
So this guy I wrestled. We did a few shows here in Manhattan, Harlem, and for
what? There are wrestling
ECPW.
shows in Harlem?
I kind of co-produced, co-helped. We did a few with ECPW, and there was a guy there by the name of Punishment Martinez, and me and him.
Punisher Martinez.
Yes, and
Coño, está chulo su nombre.
pretty cool. He got a contract few years later with the WWE, and this past Sunday he is now the World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Don't tell me that's
Oh, I'm showing my
is it right
Damian
now?
Priest.
Yes, Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
No, that.
Yes.
Wow. My man was telling me he's from the Bronx, bro. I'm like,
Well, yeah,
Oh, what's
his father has a restaurant in the Bronx. I don't know if he grew up in the Bronx. He's
Okay.
kind of been scattered all over.
gotcha.
But yeah,
Wow.
man, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Punisher Martinez,
And
Damian Priest.
I wrestled him. I wrestled Marty Jannetty.
What?
Yeah.
See, like those niggas I know.
I don't know.
Listen, now we're talking. Yo, that's
I will
dope.
represent the audience.
You don't know Marty Jannetty? The Rocker?
Yeah.
And I
that's
wrestled
dope,
him
man.
twice. I wrestled. You remember Savio Vega?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russell
He
Savio
was like
Vega.
the only Puerto Rican
Only
dude.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
They brought him back with the LWO, right?
He came back
Yeah.
recently.
Latino World
Because
Order.
of Damian,
Oh my
yes,
God.
they went to they did a pay per view in Puerto Rico.
Yes, yeah.
And
He
he
brought him
came
out. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That's
With Bad
exciting.
Bunny.
Yeah. Yes, he came out to help out. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
So I was going
I had
nuts.
wrestled him. Yeah, so I had a little.
Oh man, but that's like, yo, you up there? With
I was, kinda.
You were
kinda.
rocking
No,
with
no,
like
no.
the real ones. It's
Yeah,
not
a
even,
few times.
I'm fucking with, Julio from down the block.
Yeah, no, I got in the ring with some pros. Yeah, I tried out for the WWE
Oh,
and
shit.
went down to Tampa. They had a school called Florida Championship Wrestling. I was down there for 4 days and I seen Ricky Steamboat,
Oh shit.
Dusty Rhodes.
What?
Yeah, man. But that was a heartbreak because they didn't pick me. But I remember there was this dude and this Italian dude. This dude was like this, bro, jacked. And one of the Nasty Boys came.
The
Yes,
fuck?
yeah.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
damn.
And he saw the Italian dude. He's like, "Oh
Yo.
man, dude, you're solid, bro."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Next to him, yeah.
right next to the dude.
Perking up a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, and he tells the guy, he says, because he was, I think, doing shows for TNA, and he tells the Italian guy, he says, "Do you know how to wrestle?" And the guy's like, "No, I met Triple H at the gym, and he paid for my tryout to come down here."
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Pero que gym,
yeah. So, and there's the blonde. I think his name is Jerry Sags. Or Brian Knobs. I'm sorry. He's Brian Knobs was the one talking to Terry. He said, "Oh man, if you knew how to wrestle, I would have took you over to Terry's house right now." Terry is Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god.
Damn, on that
My
first name
heart
basis
sank,
tip.
bro. Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
Me.
take me to Terry's house."
Yeah. Take me to Terry's house.
Get out of here, Dominican.
Oh my god. Dude, what was the craziest costume you had to wear during those days?
Well, basically, I wore the trunks, knee pad, and boots. And what's funny is the new generation of wrestlers. So I'm old school. I like the old guys, and so I dressed like how the old guys. And a lot of the guys that I was coming up with, they were wearing like vinyl baggy shorts.
Interesting.
And yeah,
These
because
jeans.
yeah, and I was, and they were like, they're like, "Yo, you're not embarrassed to
My man,
wear the trunks?"
Yeah. Yeah, this is OG. This is
is
what it is.
Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin.
Yeah.
This is what they wear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ric Flair.
Yeah, I was like, but damn, man, but your legs are showing.
Yeah, legs.
So I got good legs.
I got the legs,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm gonna show them off.
I did
Don't
fitness,
skip
man.
leg days.
Yo,
And
let's
look,
go like
that
days.
sells tickets.
Yeah.
My legs sell
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah, you know, so
So
it was a lot of guys didn't want to wear the trunk,
The old school.
which bugged me out. It's like,
Yeah,
that's what they
true.
wear on Monday
Very
nights.
true.
It
Well,
sells
that
tickets.
reminds me,
Yeah.
so in high school, where I was like, I used to run. I was fast.
Yeah.
So corría como el diablo. I got to high school and I went to the track team, whatever. I went to the thing. I ran. They're like, oh shit, like yo, all right, yo, you're in. I'm like, all right, just we have a meet on Saturday, and they're like, these are the shorts, and I was like, well, but like, thank you for letting me try out. Like,
Really?
yo, bro, I was out.
That was a line
yo,
for you?
hell
What,
yeah.
you was running in trunks with
No,
that?
I
Yeah,
ran
but the
in-
short
in-
shorts above the knees.
Nah, these shorts were like short shorts. So I was like, no. Like, and then la tanguita roja. And like that. Like, I was like, nah. I was like, yo, thank you. I was like, I'll go play baseball. I'm gonna go
Nice
play.
long,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna go play
That's
baseball.
what tuck
Yeah,
in.
that's exactly what I did. I was like,
Buttons,
yeah.
It's
I'm
more
good.
modest. More
No,
modest.
you should have done it, man.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was working at this. I was doing security at a hotel, and there was this Dominican dude. I think he was Dominican or Brazilian. I can't recall, but he was a runner, and he had the little shorts you were talking about. But the brother had the Mahata.
yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
but
That's what it is. You know, you got the legs
It's
like
like the
that.
manguera in the back. And my friend's like, yo, you looking at this? I'm like, bro, I don't want to, but
It's him. He's doing it. You know,
you. I was like, what the hell?
yeah.
So I could imagine. So,
Yeah.
you know.
No, not that. I was just like, no. Esos pantaloncitos no van, bro. Esos pantaloncitos no van. I'm like, yo, plus I play baseball. I got like I got the sense of field. I got the sense of field ass.
Yeah,
That's what it is. So I put them shorts on.
Yeah, it's like,
Oye, mira. Like, nah. We out.
Speaking of the baseball uniforms, this is a little bit of a tangent, but have you seen the new uniforms and
Oh,
how
horrible.
sheer
Horrible.
those are?
Yeah, we were talking about they came from Timu or whatever. Like, that's the joke.
And Nike just
That's
slapped
the
the
joke.
label on it. Yeah.
So we know, Indonesia, from Indonesia.
They're super sheer.
we're sharing like they do.
Yeah. Wasn't dope.
Talk to Very.
Yeah, very designed them. Yeah,
Yeah, he designed them.
He drew them.
see through, brother. See through. More women come to show.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Took a page out the Cardi B book. Like, the shows. It's Cardi B. Cardi B's good. Like, oh, hey.
Cardi B didn't call you?
Yeah.
Still nothing from Cardi B, brother.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
Yeah, hold on. Just to circle everything back. So wrestling was your past.
Yeah.
The comic book, you know, is your present.
Yeah.
But then you also mentioned earlier that your future, you also have yourself writing a graphic another novel, a graphic novel or another novel.
No. So what I did, because you know, the Assegai Program is going to take me a while to finish, and I was like, you know, what I'm gonna do? So I novelized it. I made a novel. And I wrote the novel, so now there'll be a novel version. So the whole story's complete in novel version.
So is it that the same 9 episodes that
Yes, I condensed it, put in a novel,
Gotcha.
so you could. So now
you can read the whole story.
You can read the whole story.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I'll have 3 issues.
Yeah.
You know, if you like comics, you read that.
And if you want,
if you want to get through the whole damn thing,
yeah.
You got
That's
the
dope.
And when you dropping that?
I should get the copies next week.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll have to purchase.
Hell yeah.
You're getting the copies to sell next week.
Yes. Well, I'm getting. Yes,
Oh, just saw. I thought he was
Okay.
getting the copies
Oh.
to see and review and send back.
No. It's
it's done.
done.
Where do we go to
Yeah.
copy?
I called my damn son to fix the damn website.
Yeah.
Your
You
IT
know.
about
guy.
that
Call your
earlier.
IT guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I said, yo, man, what's going on?
Yo.
So, yes, there'll be.
It's like, yo, sales have been low.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker, because the website's
Barry wants his money, man. I'll send the Indonesian mafia on my ass. You know? But also, it will be also available because it's a publishing company I worked with. I can't even pronounce their name. Zilibrius, I think it's called.
Okay.
Amazon and
So straight through.
and
straight.
Barnes and Nobles. And
Straight prime to the house.
so definitely will put
now we
all
in.
the links.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, for sure.
You'll be able to get to the books through that.
And even now, the Dominican Diablo, where can we get that?
Again,
Same.
once the website gets fixed, Alex.
I'm just so
You know?
keep tripling down. Like, where else can we find out? Like,
I'll give you my number. You call me and I show up. Like, meet me at the McDonald's at 181, man. How many copies you want? I got a lot.
Yo, for real. Yo, old school. Yo, that's it. That's it.
So we're doing that. But once the website, yes, everything is through the website.
Gotcha. Yo, my bad, Alex. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Go through to the website when it's up and running.
Yes,
So
Rade
that way
Comics.
the money
Hopefully
goes straight
today,
to-
Alex.
Yeah.
DM, I'm gonna send you a DM. Like, yo,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
If not, yes, hit me up on Instagram. Tell me where you live. I'll
Gotcha.
take an Uber or a train or that.
No, that's it.
Bring it there.
So, all right, real quick, I'll bring it back to sign off. So, talking about entertainment and doing everything. So, acting, you did acting for a while.
I did a little bit. I did extra work and I did some independent stuff. There's a guy, I did a few films, and there's one in the can that a friend of mine did. It was called Fauna.
Ese mismo. I was like, I'm looking at the notes. I got the phone in the back. I was like,
yes, Fauna.
Fauna. Okay.
Yeah, but see, like, we were filming that, and then COVID, man. COVID really, to be honest, let me tell you something. If the pandemic didn't happen, I think I probably would have been done with the Assegai Program.
Wow.
Because I was ready to get rolling.
Gotcha.
And then everything it stopped.
Yeah,
And
went that.
this
Yeah.
person couldn't work, and that, and this, and that. And it just trashed everything out.
Gotcha.
So, and the same thing with this movie that I did with my friend, he's the director, Daniel Sanchez. he funded the whole thing, and pandemic came and it just halted.
So, and then that was it.
And so he still has it in the can. He's still working on it.
Oh wow! So it never came. It never
came
to fruition.
Yeah, no. So he took the opportunity to. It's a low budget film to fine tune it.
Okay.
Now he could color coordinate it, better sound.
Gotcha.
A little more effect here, a little more effect there. So soon.
So, yeah. No,
You
man.
know. I know people gonna be like, "Yo, man, you look really young in that movie." Oh, we filmed it 20 years ago in Brooklyn. You know.
Damn. Holy
Oh my
smokes!
God.
I was beautiful back then.
Yeah. So that was what was that filmed at?
Actually, we filmed that in Brooklyn. He had found this.
Look at Brooklyn, but I saw it looked like you guys were like, oh, that was because I saw the thing and I'm like, yo,
the jungle,
yeah, straight up.
This is a Boca Chica.
Very one was in line.
Yeah,
he was in line. So you found a jungle in Brooklyn.
We found it. Yeah, well, Brooklyn.
Well,
you know.
Memphis. Thank you.
Yes,
Brooklyn.
yeah.
Brooklyn.
There's a beach right there, the ways by Jamaica. He had found it.
My man.
And he cleaned it up and it's
yeah. Because I saw it. It looked like Predator. It looked like
yes, it had that. Yeah, he
that
found
feel
it.
to it. Yeah,
he was like, "Yo, man, we gotta film it out there." But that was a nightmare shoot because we filmed. I think it was 2018. It was the whole summer, and I could only film on Saturdays. Oh. So I mean, it was a movie that he could have done it if, let's say,
push
he
came to
could have
shove.
3 weeks. It was really, but because of everybody's scheduling and so I could always say, I can only do Saturdays, bro. So it turned out to be like a 3-month shoot. But if it was condensed, he could have done it in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
but eventually, he's still working on it, and once it comes out,
that's dope. That's
I'll
dope.
let you guys know. We'll put it on HBO
sure.
Latino.
Yo, promote it. We'll promote it. We'll promote it.
Yeah.
So from there, you went to Bully, right? Was it Bully?
I did.
What's the name?
Yes, Bully. Man, I'm so bad with names, but the director, Alex. Is another Alex, not my son Alex. But yes, he's doing good things, man.
Yeah?
Oh man, if you follow the director on Instagram, he actually he reported on his Instagram. Sean Penn is doing a movie in Colorado or Toronto, I can't recall where, but
he was out there. He was
the production company of the Sean Penn film contacted him because they saw the movie on Tubi.
Oh shit!
They didn't like the actors that they had, the gangsters that were in this, and they were like, "Yo, can you get your guys?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that's what we want.
Yeah, they're like, "Yo, the guys that you got
That's
in your book,
crazy.
can you,
exciting.
Bro,
can you bring those? Because the guys we got fucking suck."
Dude, Yo, that's awesome that these networks are working as
yes, man, I couldn't
self-advertisement.
believe
Wow.
we went out there to Colorado and
they saw that's
put him in a Sean Penn movie, man.
That's awesome. That's your shout out to.
yeah,
That's big.
That's fine.
That goes to say you just do your work. Do whatever
yeah,
you
do
gotta
it.
do.
Eventually,
there.
somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are watching, man. So it's like, yeah. I was
that's
like,
fire.
Sean Penn. I was
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah, dude. Yeah.
I was like, you ain't call me?
Yeah. Had to see it on the gram.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, damn, motherfucker, you ain't call me. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. They actually called him. They saw the movie, and people being Tubi movies. You see all
Nah,
the
bro,
all
you
the
can't play.
videos.
Nah, don't play.
Somebody's watching.
So,
But you know what's funny? I got to download the app because I heard that's what it is. Like a lot of movies are filmed.
you start there, and lo and behold, you
They-
end up in a Sean
Yeah,
Penn
don't.
movie,
They
man.
fancy todavía. They can, I watch Netflix.
Yeah.
I pay my.
I pay my $9.99. No ads.
Yeah.
By the way.
I think it's like way more pricier than that.
Yeah, actually,
Nah,
I think
yeah,
it was like
yeah.
26.
Yeah.
Something like that.
18.
But I got the commercials. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Last call for words. My brother Ramz McFly, man, it's great having you on deck today. What would be your last call for
Oh,
words?
dude, I'm just happy to be here. It was a fun episode, dude. Fun times, a lot of laughs. I think I would just say just keep doing the work. Like whatever you're working on, same thing, a comic, whatever you're doing, working on a project, anything that's creative, just keep doing the work. I mean, dude, like this is a testament to that. Like this is pretty awesome, man. And then listening to the process and how everything goes through. And now even with that last story with the guys from Tubi, it's just like, dude, just keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. Whatever you're doing, just keep working.
True story. Rade.
Yes. How are you?
How are you doing?
Fantastic.
It definitely has been an experience exchanging moments of your life, man. And I thank you very much for your time. It's been really dope, brother. Your energy is dope. Your storytelling's dope. And so, just to bring it back, what would be your last call for words?
Well, I mean, I just want to tell people, you got an idea, you want to do something. Sometimes you don't have the funds for it. You don't have help from anybody. Man, dig deep, strive, find a way to do it. There's a will, there's a way. That's a true testament. I didn't know anything about. I love comics. I always want to do a comic. I ain't know nothing about it. But now we got social media. We have the internet. All the information is out there. All the people are out there. You got a job. Costs a lot to make them. Work 7 days. I was doing 7 days. I was doing 16-hour shifts. I was fighting. You got to find a way. There's always a way. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to go to the club on Friday. You're not gonna be able to smoke hookah.
No. Sorry, Hookah Harry.
Yeah, sometimes you got to tell Deborah you can't come over tonight. Sorry. So sometimes you got to put the hours in, and it's the reward will come. So stick with it and find a way because it's out there.
It's almost like it's tough to find excuses nowadays. Like,
it's like if you want to do something, you
can do it. You can 100% do it. Yeah,
that's true. The lovely, honorable Lady H. I know certain parts, especially the wrestling, you were like, what the fuck's happening?
I don't know who these people are.
You don't know who Mother Janette is?
I was like, tell me about what you were wearing.
I appreciate your segue. Yeah, no, that was cool. So thank you
How to
for
find a way in.
thank you for rocking. What would be your last call for words?
I'm really excited to see you pop off because I think you have a lot of potential, and this is, again, it's a testament to
Thank you so much.
just seeing an idea and a vision through, and I'm excited for what's to come for you. And the story you shared about just something on Tubi, a free platform, right? And that got picked up. So that's just put it out there and continue to do the work. And you never know who is watching when.
Yes.
It just takes one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Many
Absolutely.
moments
Yes.
of hard work, many moments of committed work, and it just takes that one moment for everything to pop off.
Oh,
It's a accumulation of many moments.
The most inspiring part of even doing this podcast is learning everybody else's process. And that's, when wanting to do anything, I feel that we're always just so focused on the obstacles at hand. And so true admiration really comes when I see people just facing an obstacle and just navigating around it and saying, yo, you know what? Fine. Because for me, I'm like, oh, I don't know an artist, so I can't. But no, you're like, nah, man.
Got buried.
Fucking got buried in
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. And so it's one of these things where you just mentioned, Ramz, that it's kind of hard to even find an excuse now.
It is.
But not to date myself and us and all that kind of stuff, but it is beautiful to see the trajectory of just human connection and how people have been able to build in a variety of ways to see an idea come to absolute fruition. My enthusiasm behind wanting you as a guest today was like, yo, I've never seen a Dominican comic book character. And to me, I was like, yo, that in itself is a win. Because having to see it, and it may not be a big publisher or whatever, but we're working towards that, and it got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Because without having this blueprint, how are we expecting all the bigger names to pick us up?
Exactly.
And so for me, it's one of those things that it's inspiring when I see people from our neighborhood that look like us, that represent us, that are doing things that are an extension of us, and that's the excitement. Because for so long, I'm like, there's none of us. There are a few of us. And even though it may not be many of us, we still out here.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that we should be showing love to and supporting. And, you know, you briefly mentioned La Borinqueña, and that was something I completely forgot about, too. And it's like, nah, you know, we're taking little steps here and then. And you mentioned John Leguizamo. I had no idea. Like, literally, I had no idea, brother. A fucking Colombian, whatever.
Puerto Rican. I think he's Colombian, Puerto Rican.
Nah, he's Colombian.
I forget that he's Colombian.
He's Colombian. He only plays
And
Puerto
Mexican,
Rican.
no? Is he Colombian and Mexican?
I think he's just Colombian.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's Colombian, Puerto Rican. I think he's 50-50.
Let's.
Yeah.
This is a fact check now.
Oh,
Because,
shit was the damn.
yeah, I didn't hook it up.
Segment.
I know I messed up. John Leguizamo.
I want $50 if I'm right.
Yeah.
Plays a lot
I'm
of
leaving here with some money, man.
Leave here with something. No, but he plays everything.
He's
well.
Colombian, American Colombian. In 2006 autobiography, Leguizamo describes his parents' a thick Colombian accents and says he was born in the South American nation. He calls himself a Puerto Rican Colombian homeboy from Queens in one chapter, but refers to himself as Puerto Rican in another. Dude is Colombian, but he's been
cast as Puerto Rican.
He's
Yeah,
been
from-
casted
he's
so
from
much
the
as
hood, man. He's
and
here.
so he just grew up with Puerto Ricans and chilling, but he's Colombian.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I mean, it doesn't take away. It's neither here nor there because in the optics of entertainment, you know, everybody's Mexican. No,
Órale, güey. ¿Qué onda?
I think they
Mexicans,
called
I
Cardi
guess.
B Mexican the other day.
Ooh.
Like just people, and she like went the fuck
Mexican?
off, and I'm like, yo,
Oh,
That's
she
crazy.
lost it? Yeah.
yeah, she,
Yeah.
and I was just like, whatever.
Más respeto.
You
That's
know,
funny.
but it's
who called her Mexican?
whatever. I mean, but you know, these are the optics.
Yeah.
But for me, what I take most pride in is that we're out here putting in the work, making the effort, but most importantly, actually producing stuff ourselves and not just waiting for fucking handouts. And that's what I fucking think is the absolute dopeness.
Right.
And I applaud you and thank you for not only sharing that and showcasing it, but I just wish to highlight that. And so I thank you very much for,
Thank you, man.
for
Really
doing all
appreciate
that,
it.
man.
Thank you, man.
Because yo, just having this and dropping 3K and probably if you were to do in America 10K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're finding ways, we're navigating, and I really want to see this win. So that's what my takeaway is that this is absolute dopeness, and I applaud you for all that.
The Van Gogh syndrome's not going to happen to you.
Thank God.
You
Is the
will
car
be-
ready outside? I gotta
Yeah. Gotta make sure.
Yeah.
So with that said, my brother Ramz McFly, lovely honorable lady H, Rade Ravello,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, brother.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
absolute dopeness, and I'm just hyped, man. So thank you
Thank
for
you,
everything.
guys. Thank you, man. Pleasure,
Yes, I
pleasure,
know.
pleasure.
Stuff, man. Good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, and my
Who
name
is
is and this is Ron King. Just words. Nobody cares. But we all do, though.
You're not tuberculo?
You got tuberculosis?
No, yeah.
Causa?
Oh man, the time definitely flew there.
Yo, what the fuck?
I was like, you know, it's funny because even so, I still wanted to ask you. Let's throw it in there. When you was doing, right, when you started the acting, you started in Brooklyn. That played Faces,
Yes.
and then
Zoe Saldana.
yes,
How'd you know that?
the research. So we was putting in work. We was looking
When,
into it.
let me tell you something. So I went there